you so much for being here with me. I am sending you guys all my love, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I kind of keeping in the theme of the superhero. I was sort of in that frame of mind and sort of in that land this week, and it kind of got me thinking a lot about their perception of time traveling, or the perception of time in future and past, and kind of how that is portrayed sort of in that realm. And it kind of, I felt like it really connected to something that happened where I had come across someone from my past, and they didn't remember who I was, and it kind of triggered something in me, just kind of when when we had parted ways, and it sort of, it kind of left me with a feeling, just kind of indescribable feeling, but just sort of this just of undefinable sort of taste of, and it, a couple minutes later, sort of triggered in me this flash of the future, and a flash where kind of I was stuck in sort of this almost continual loop, or a deja vu image, or a continual loop that there was no opportunity to kind of for escape, or to get out of that reality. And it was it sort of created this overarching fear, and not a fear necessarily directed at any one thing in particular that I was doing, whether it was just more kind of like it almost affected just every aspect in little ways. And it got me thinking a lot about when superheroes kind of in their worlds, when they sort of say that when you travel in the future, or you travel back into the past, whenever you alter one of those dimensions and worlds, you ultimately affect the present, but you also, they say it's very dangerous to do that. They say it can really, it may make something temporarily better, or better outcome temporarily, but you don't know when it'll kind of get back at you at some other point in time. And so the idea that those flashes and those feelings are kind of dangerous really hit me, because it wasn't a reality at all, that flash that I had. It wasn't true. It's not something that I have to do. It was just merely this a trigger that made it seem as though the present was not going to change, and not going to move in a wonderful way forward. And I sort of kind of wanted to explore this feeling a little bit further, and I found that Einstein said that the past and the future are real illusions, and that they exist in the present, and the present is all there is and is there. And so it kind of was neat to sort of visualize that as, while he said they were illusions, when you look at something in the past or in the future, and it kind of gives you a feeling that's maybe not good, they're like these ghosts, these phantom realities that they're not real, and yet they can impact you so much. And so when I kind of looked at it in his way, it's like, don't be afraid of those images, because you're not going to look at those anyway. You're going to live in the present, and you're going to encompass all that is wonderful and beautiful about where you are in the moment. And I kind of with the rest of the story, I had kind of just brushed that trigger when I had that, feeling and that flash. I kind of just tried to kind of brush it away, sort of hide it, and just kind of go on. And I didn't realize until that I finally kind of broke down and just talked about it to my mom and sort of just mentioned what happened, because I didn't want to, really, have to burden her with, this experience that maybe wasn't as good. But it was when I talked about it that fear dissolved completely. And it was really amazing to remember that. I always forget that, when you can talk something out, like when you get those flashes in any dimension of your mind, it really just talking about to someone just helps so much. And I thought it was just such a great lesson I sort of learned and sort of got to experience, and it reminded me, once I kind of sort of thought of this whole experience, it reminded me of when I had seen an interview with Taylor Kitsch, who plays Tim Riggins in Friday Night Lights, if you guys are a fan. And he had said that that you got to chat it out. You got to chat it out, and to whoever you feel the most comfortable with. And it was such an awesome way to just sort of just talk it out with somebody. And, it's no big deal. You don't have to worry about, how they're going to react. It'll help you. It'll help you kind of dispel all those things that aren't real. And it kind of grounds you in a really kind of in a wonderful way, and where you are in the moment, in the present, and all that it holds. And it also kind of was neat because my mom had said, just go down and play some music and just get in that world. And because I hadn't touched my instruments in a while and hadn't really worked on music, was working on something else. And that was another thing that really helped as well, getting rid of those fears. Kind of, sometimes the fears, even though they're illusions, I feel like they can kind of create a hyper reality that is almost so realistic that it scares you. And it scared me when it happened. And I found also getting into the music, and when you dive into your passions or things that you love to do, it kind of gets your mind back into that dreamland where you don't need to think about those things, because your mind is happily enjoying something that you're doing. And it's also dreaming up good things, not to say that flashes aren't all good. They're wonderful too, so, and it kind of makes those flashes wonderful again. And so it was just kind of I don't know, it was fun to sort of think about time traveling and thinking about how things alter, whether it's future or past, how they alter your experience. And I just kind of just really embedded the idea that doing your passion, doing what you love, keeps your dreams in your mind, and then having someone to talk to and share your stories with, it's so beautiful to have that love in return. So I guess with that, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and chat it out with whoever is around you that you love, and know that those fears, they're there and they happen, but You know, they ultimately bring beautiful things. They always bring beautiful things in return, you know, and those fears magnify the highs that you get, because whenever you have those moments, you're suddenly, when you re-immerse yourself into what you love to do and your mindset starts to turn around, it makes it feel that much more glorious. So I hope you guys feel glorious this week, and I hope nothing but wonderful, wonderful things surround you, and I'm sending you all my love. I feel so